plan, and that we make sure that we're connecting the dots
Mm-hmm.
with all of our community-based organizations, our nonprofits, and our business community to adequately serve the needs of our veterans and their families. A lot of people forget, or they don't know, that we also serve the families of veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And we have approximately 65,000 veterans in Prince George's County, the largest concentration of veterans in the state of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, you take that 65,000 to 70,000 veterans
Mm-hmm.
and you multiply it times three.
Mm-hmm.
You see that we serve well over 200,000 veterans, their families, and their children and their grandchildren, all right here in the county, by helping them with whatever their needs may be.
What are some of the things that the office will be doing in the near term?
We've been here since February,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you we have been pleasantly pleased with the amount of people coming into this office alone to receive benefits, because a lot of our veterans are coming in with service-related benefits, such as exposure to Agent Orange.
Mm-hmm.
And we are seeing a large number of Vietnam veterans come in now, because the Vietnam veterans who happen to be exposed to Agent Orange are now of age they're recognizing that their symptoms are serious.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're seeing them. We will also help them, those that are homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And we have done something new. We have connected this office with nonprofits throughout the county, so that those that are already providing housing for our homeless veterans, we're able to connect them with those nonprofits to try to help them get off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to do that, we're connecting them with the VA. And in many cases, they have benefits they don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And so we connect them with the VA, and we connect them with HUD so that they can get their vouchers in many cases to be able to move into facilities.
Mm-hmm.
So they will have an address so they can go for employment. Now, how does that work? We also work with DLLR, which is the state. We also work with Workforce Prince George's, Employ Prince George's, Prince George's Community College, and others, to make sure that those in need of employment have every opportunity to receive it, because they're working with organizations that handle the employment piece. Okay, so we have done a lot of outreach and formed some great connections with nonprofits, with our county entities like the health department. A lot of veterans don't know they can get services from our health department.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of outreach with our family services, because many veterans are aging now.
Mm-hmm.
And people had to stop to think that, well, if they're aging, they need to know what the Department of Aging and the Teresa Grant down there is doing for the aging population. And so we're using our county resources to make sure that our veterans receive all the rights and benefits to which they have earned. Because, freedom ain't free.
Sure. It is never free. Speaking of that,
Yes.
Dr. Dula, you've committed yourself, your time, your expertise to Prince George's County for a number of years. I won't say how many.
The last 20 at least.
Okay. And a lot of the work that you're doing now, you've been doing prior to now. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. When I retired from the Air Force in 1997, I had an opportunity to go back to government, but I chose not to. I chose to go teach in high schools, because having been an Air Force commander, I have traveled around the world. I have commanded troops around the world. I am a Vietnam veteran. I served in Suriname, South America, with President Clinton's anti-drug team. So I've done a lot of things worldwide. I've seen poverty at its worst, but I've seen children also walk 5 miles with no shoes on to get to a school so they could learn. So I've dedicated my life to not only serving America, but also serving youth around this world. So when I retired, I decided to teach at a local high school. And at that local high school, we began to address the social concerns of the students. And it led me to create an honor society to which 100% of the kids were selected to college. I left there when I was hired to be the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Health and Human Services. And in that capacity, I was able to open new health centers. I was able to create the Women's Commission. I was able to create the Office of Youth Strategies. And I was able to lead the Gang Task Force and do a lot of things that were human related. And so I enjoyed it. And then after that, I left and I served as the Chamber of Commerce president. And later on, I decided I was going to help the community by giving of my time and my knowledge to help homeless veterans receive housing so they would have an address and be able to apply for jobs. And I worked with various nonprofits to do that.
But Dr. Dula, you could have done all of this by occasionally writing a check, making a donation. You could have attended dinners and been there for folks in that regard. You put your time and personal energy into this. Why did you make that distinction?
You know, I came from a family that believed in giving back. My father was a person that was engaged in the community. My father was a person that came back from World War II and was one of the creators of the brotherhood in our county. So I watched the brotherhood from World War II return home and help build houses and help seniors go vote and help other people get on their feet. So it was inherent in me. And so I've never forgotten what I saw. And so when I became able, I said, it's time for me to give back. It's time for me to make a difference. It's time for me to get engaged with the community I live in. And so I decided not to go back to government at that particular time, but to give of myself to help those that were less fortunate. And that's what a veteran does. You know, we have seen the world. We sacrificed our lives. You know, we said in God we trust and raised our hand to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Domestic, that counts. And so when we talk about the domestic tranquility, we're talking about helping all of our citizens. And I believe wholeheartedly in giving back in that way. So that's why I gave the last 10 or 12 years helping people to the best of my ability to get on their feet and to be the best citizens they can be, productive citizens in Prince George's County. And I felt good because of it.
I'm sure. In your dream, in your vision for this department, how far do you want to see it go?
I want to see this department go as far as it can go, first of all, but I want to see it become well known. Right now, many veterans tell me across Prince George's County that we need to advertise this office greatly. They say because there's a lot of veterans that don't know that we're here. They don't realize that the county executive has put in place a mandate to serve their needs at county, local, and state governments by being in touch with them and helping guide their footsteps so that they can live productive lives in this county. They don't know we're here to help with benefits. They don't know we're here to help them with their issues and their families. And now we're getting grandkids coming in saying my grandfather was a Vietnam veteran. He's having health issues, but he pursued no benefits. And so now we're getting the grandkids as well as the kids and the spouses coming in saying we need help. And I tell you what, that's why we always say we're here to proudly serve those who proudly served America.
Yes. The work that you're going to be doing with this is phenomenal, obviously. Tell us two things, starting with what kind of infrastructure do you have here at this time?
At this time, we have 2 assigned positions. That is my position, and one that is occupied by the coordinator. And what we do is we schedule everything, we plan everything, we make sure that we're planning so that we connect those dots between us and the businesses, the nonprofits, and at the same time we do outreach and we do public relations and media contacts. On the other side of the coin, we have a benefits organization that's here to handle benefits, and that's called NABVETS. They serve everyone, National Association of Black Veterans. I moved them here because people were calling and said, can you help me with benefits? I need to walk in.
Mhm.
And so in order to make this office a true Veteran Affairs office, I moved them in with me so that we could handle walk-ins that we have seen tremendously, especially Korean and Vietnam veterans.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now we're creating strategy so that we can get to the Iraqi and Afghan veterans who are much younger.
Right.
But so we have approximately 3 volunteers, and we work with Family Services Senior Program to get a receptionist here. So we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about approximately six to seven people that's here at any one time
Outstanding.
because the volume has been that great.
And so how do people get started? For example, if you're talking to an average veteran, how would he or she get started with your office?
Well, a lot of times that they're hearing now from members of the community. Many times also they hear because I go out with the county executive on occasion, so that as she's addressing the audience, she will mention the Veterans Office as well. On the other side of the coin, I also go and speak to disabled vets, veterans of foreign war, the American Legion, and NAV vets. I go and speak at their organizations. I make special appearances. So between that, that I would say a holistic strategic approach, we're canvassing the community right now to spread the word. Sweet TV, CTV, Sweet Magazine, and other forms of media. So we're using every means necessary to get to the public to let them know we're here to serve them.
But again, just walk us through the steps of what a veteran would do to get in touch. How would a veteran?
Okay, a veteran can call us.
Okay.
They can call us at 301 780 8268 8267 or 8260. And those are our 3 numbers that we give everyone, because just in case someone's not in, they would call us or they would walk in. They would say, I need help with whatever. Some people walk in and say, I need help with a claim. So we connect them with the NAVVET claims people, benefits people, and they give them service on the spot, anywhere between 10 and 1 o'clock every day. Or some people walk in and say, I need to talk to you because I'm either homeless, or I need to buy a house, or I'm a veteran. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I heard you are too, so I just want to talk. And so I have spent on occasion 2 or 3 hours just talking to Vietnam veterans over here at my desk, because they just want to talk and chat about where they're at in life. So they could walk in, they can call, and many times we're here to serve their needs whenever they show up.
Is there an address that you'd like to share in office hours? Again, be as specific as you like.
Yeah, the office hours are from 9 to 5:30. The for benefits, I like to say between 10 and 1, because remember they are volunteers, and someone's usually here, sometimes 2 or 3 people, from 10 to 1 every day. Also at the same time, they can come to the facility, which is 14741 Governor Odin Bowie Drive, Suite L 023, Upper Marlboro, Maryland 20772. And we'd be more than happy to serve them. But I do suggest they give us a call first, because the volume does get quite heavy, and I don't like for people to wait.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is there anything that we didn't ask you about in terms of the office or your commitment to it that you'd like to share with us?
Well, I would first start out by saying, remember, this is a new office, as stated. It is also an office that was set up because County Executive also saw the need to service our veterans. And when this office was created, we were created for that purpose, and we rapidly saw and we listened to our veterans when they told us what type of office they wanted. They told us, we want an office where we can do our benefits. We want a one-stop center where we can come and visit, come sit down, talk to a representative. We want something that we can feel comfortable in and be treated with dignity, knowing that we're appreciated for the years of service that we gave. And so that's what this office does. We proudly serve our veterans who proudly serve for the United States of America. And so our doors are open. We're more than happy to serve any veteran that walks through the door. And we're here as a one-stop center to service the needs. And that's the way we see ourselves. Now, we're also, I must add, there are also other veteran service officers throughout the county, VSOs. For example, we have disabled vets throughout the county, and they also do benefits. We also have Veterans of Foreign Wars, American Legion. They all do benefits, as well as some of the other organizations. But they're spread all throughout the county.
Mm-hmm.
But if you live in the county and you don't know where to get in your region, just give us a call at one of those numbers, and we will give you the right place to go to get the services you need. It doesn't have to be here, okay? Although we consider ourselves the headquarters, it can also be from Hyattsville to Riverdale to Akakeek, you name it, we'll help you get there.
Thank you.